What's happening? This is Wilson Jet from the Guided Missile. I'm going to be bringing you some PlayStation 3 gameplay on Battlefield 3, the Grand Bazaar map, with the Band of the Red Hand. The Band of the Red Hand is our clan on PS3, and that is a literary reference to Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time. The Band of the Red Hand is basically a small fighting force led by a young man who was blessed with the tactics and memories of a lot of famous generals over time. And he's never lost a battle, and he doesn't really know how he does it. When he does, he usually just chalks it up to his luck. All he does know is that when his luck is running good, he never loses. So we felt like that was a fitting name for the clan. So any of you Wheel of Time fans out there, there you go. There isn't any crazy meaning or double entendre or whatever. Just thought it was kind of a neat name.
We're getting to get here, Mike.
Tell you a little bit about ourselves. We are basically just a bunch of 30-something friends, husbands, fathers, or soon-to-be fathers, who are not pro gamers by any means, but we enjoy gaming. And we're competitive enough at Battlefield 3 that we're trying to get better. And we look to a lot of the YouTube guys out there, like the Rival guys, Level Cap, Lutens, Sacriel 42. A lot of these guys that make really quality videos talk about tactics and strategy on Battlefield 3. And this is going to be a series of videos that talks a little bit about how an average part-time gamer can use these tips from some of the pros to get better. A lot of these guys are not going to talk too much about their failures. They want to show you how to do things right. And I was kind of curious to see what a video would look like where you see somebody trying to do something and failing occasionally, and talking about how not to do that next time. Something that I've noticed right out of the gate as I'm watching these videos is how you kind of get tunnel vision as you're playing. And when you watch it back, you see these things that are completely obvious, but in the moment you're so locked in that you just missed it altogether. So I think it's important to go back and watch the videos, watch other videos from some of the pros, so that you're catching all the obvious stuff that should jump out at you in the future. So you have these cues to reference and look for some things. As you can see, we started out this game a little rough with some foolishness in the LAV, but we're kind of pulling it together here. And I am running an assault class, which is probably your best bet on CQB maps like Grand Bazaar, Seine Crossing, Out Metro, obviously. And, we just want to keep the troops up and keep everybody rolling. There's usually a huge cluster here in the alley. So the main thing is just to watch these spawn points.
We're on the right side.
As Rival X Factor in particular has done a really good job highlighting with many of his videos. You get to the capture point, and you want to face out toward those spawns once you realize where they are. Locate all those spawns. Make sure you have some cover as you're facing out. When the flag belongs to the enemy, when that cap point is still red.
Who won that?
You want to face out toward the spawns, find yourself some cover, because remember, when people spawn in,
was it even close?
They've got 2 seconds of spawn protection. You can begin hosing them down, it's not going to matter. As soon as they see you, they hit the trigger, you're dead anyway. So it's not enough to spawn camp them, if you want to call it that. I would call it protecting the spawn, but if you're going to be spawn camping, then make sure that you're not doing it foolishly, as I'm apt to do. Like right there when I was shooting
one in the doorway to the ghetto here.
That was pretty dumb. Could have seen the blue arrows when I walked up to it. So we're doing a pretty good job holding A and B, but this enemy team, they keep taking this LAV and rolling all the way around to shoot.
LAV.
So there you go. I've spotted the LAV. Do a pretty good job saying run away, but what I really should have done is use the select button there to mark that on the map for all of my teammates. Another panic spray there at a teammate. It's just an observation, but I've noticed that on console versus PC that there's a little more sway in the gameplay. I think that's just from having nervous hands on the controller. The game seems to move a little more slowly just in general. I think people kind of white knuckle the controller a little bit, whereas on PC things are pretty precise and smooth.
I couldn't get all of you.
I don't know that console players are worse than the PC players necessarily. In fact, a lot of console players would argue that the game's tougher because you got a lot of stick jockeys out there. But I think it's just a different skill set. But it is important to mark all those enemies with the select button. That's one of the things that makes Battlefield 3 unique. You know, it's not enough to say, "Oh no, tank, run away." You know, just go ahead and hit select, and then it's going to be marked on the map for everybody. You'll see shortly. I kind of run into it and walk right into a buzzsaw because we did a lot of talking about the LAV, but I didn't know exactly where it was located.
Oh, that's BS, man. I just shot cold mob right in the face again. Yeah. He's run through the back alley towards.
You know, I think it's important to realize that your friends are not in the room with you when you're playing with them. Yeah, we get to talking like we're on the phone. Everybody's on their Bluetooth or their headset or whatever, and we've got to give them useful information when we're talking. You can't say, "Throw a med pack over here." Well, it seems obvious to you, but they don't know where over here is. You've got to give them some kind of marker. You know, when you get a kill, when you die, these are important things to share, and not, you know, cursing, complaining, negative. I'm down again. Oh, that guy's OP. He's using a USAS. He's using a DAO. Whatever. But here's a guy. Here's his location. Here's what he's doing on my kill cam. This is where I'm at. Do or don't spawn on me, that kind of stuff. Even when you get a kill, you should probably be telling people, "Hey, I picked one here. I got one, there's two more. I see a machine gunner. You know, there's a sniper in this area."
Someone's planting C4 and blowing it up to the ground. They're not even putting it on like a vehicle or something. They're just like straight up putting it on the ground and blowing it.
Yeah, you can just, they got 5 or 10